Hello and welcome to the second video of our short cryptocurrency training, where we are looking at the Bitcoin. In the previous video, we discussed a couple of overviews of the Bitcoin. So where does the Bitcoin come from? What is the Bitcoin in general? What are the advantages of using the Bitcoin, and what is the future of the Bitcoin? If you haven't seen the previous video, I highly recommend you to step back so you have a general understanding of the Bitcoin and what it can do for you. In this video, I'll be tapping into the storing options of your Bitcoin. So what sort of wallets are out there, and what options do you have, and what is important to look at if you make your choice of wallet. Very quickly before we get started, this training is presented by me and myself. I'm Romina Flummi. You can easily find me on Facebook. I pop you the Facebook link also underneath of this video. So feel free to just send me a friendship request, leave me a comment underneath this video, send me a message. I'm more than happy to help you in any capacity that I can. If you are an experienced network marketer and there's something I can learn from you, I'm more than welcome to learn from you as well. All right, let's look into what options are out there in order to store your Bitcoin. So the first and most popular options are online wallet. When it comes to online wallet, all you need in order to use it is an internet connection, which is quite obvious because we talk online wallets. When we are looking into online wallets and store online wallets, it's very important to understand that your Bitcoin are not stored with you, but with a third-party company, which is the wallet provider. Okay. When a company stores your Bitcoin, then obviously we only have limited access, which means if the company refuses to pay you out your Bitcoin for any reason, or if the company goes bankrupt, then there's almost nothing you can do. There are a couple of your security options, but if that happens, then there's nothing much you can do. Another disadvantages with online wallets is that they are very easy to hack. So a hacker can come into the online wallets and take your Bitcoin away. So I would recommend to use online wallets as an everyday wallet, for example, but I wouldn't recommend to store a high amount of Bitcoin over a long-term period in an online wallet. Okay. Then the next option, which is a little bit safer than an online wallet, is your desktop wallet. Okay, your desktop wallet is basically a software that is installed on your PC or your smartphone. So your Bitcoins are, in the end of the day, stored with you and not with a third-party company, which gives you a little bit of more control over your Bitcoin. As I said, it's a little bit safer, but it's not safe, 100% safe, because most of the time, your laptop, your PC, your smartphone is always connected to the internet. So it still opens the door for hackers to come into your laptop and take away your Bitcoin. What you can do as an alternative is to install your desktop wallet on a device, let's say a smartphone that is old, that you don't need anymore, that you take off the internet and only connect to the internet when you want to work with your Bitcoin. Let's say you want to send it, receive it, or anything like that. So that is a little bit of a safer option. As I said before, in the online wallet section, there are a couple of security options that we have, which I will tap into later in this video. Okay, another option is a hardware or offline wallet. For myself, I see this option as the safest option and the simplest option if you have a large amount of Bitcoins that you want to store. An offline wallet is safer than an online wallet or a desktop wallet because it is completely offline. So hackers don't have the opportunity to hack into your wallet and take your Bitcoin away. An offline wallet is stored on a little device. It's like a USB stick, really, and because it's your Bitcoin are stored offline, we call it cold storage. So your little USB stick device can tap into your, or can connect into your laptop. You can send your Bitcoin. Once you're done, you take your stick away, and then your Bitcoin are still stored in cold storage. The only disadvantage here is you can lose device, and then obviously you lose your Bitcoin. Having said that, again, we have the private key as a security option here to restore your Bitcoin. And as I said, it is the easiest option and the safest option to store a large amount of Bitcoin over a long period of time. There is another option, which is a paper wallet. A paper wallet is basically the safest way of storing large amount of Bitcoin. It is basically a piece of paper where you have a combination of private key and public key. It is very complicated to use, so I wouldn't recommend to use it as an everyday wallet. And with your piece of paper and the combination of private key and public key, you can put that into your safe and store it away if you like to. And yeah, as I said, it's very complicated to use. I didn't use it myself, to be honest. But there are a couple of YouTube videos out there that explain to you how to use if you wanted to use that. A very simple wallet option as an everyday wallet option is your all-in-one option. So an all-in-one option is your wallet, an exchanger which allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin, and a credit card solution. So all-in-one wallets have a little credit card that you can order. Some are for free, some have a little bit of a charge, which is not very expensive, where you have this card and you can go to every ATM, you can go to your FPOS, and you can also pay in order to access your funds in the offline world, which is fantastic because it brings the online currency into the offline world. So this is great for an everyday wallet. Again, because it's online, I wouldn't recommend to store a large amount of Bitcoins on an all-in-one solution either. Okay, now we want to look at what is important if we look into wallet, if we make our research, what is important to look at. Is every wallet the same or are there differences? So that's what I would like to explain in this video. So the first and most important thing we want to have a look at is, does the company, if you choose an online wallet or a desktop wallet, does the company give us the private key? The private key is very vital because it basically gives us full control over our Bitcoin wallet, and it also allows us to restore our Bitcoin in case you lose your device, your wallet, online wallet goes bankrupt, or anything like that. So your private key is of major importance. So make sure if you choose your online wallet that you will receive your private key. Having said that, and that's why I make it so important, most online wallets do not give you out the private key, or you have to ask for it or anything like that. So make sure the private key is always sent out to you in the first place. Security standards are very important, especially when it comes to online wallets, because as I said, we have our Bitcoin stored online. It is most likely, or it is possible, that hacker can come inside of your wallet, send you Bitcoin, or just hack it and take your withdraw your Bitcoin. So security within the website, the same applies to desktop wallets, is very important. When it comes to online wallets, a two-way authenticator is very important when you log in, when you withdraw your funds, or when you send your Bitcoin. So two-way authentication means you have a password to enter your wallet, and maybe an email pin or an SMS pin or a Google authentication code. Things like that make it really, really hard for a hacker to access your Bitcoin wallet. So it's really important to have a look into security standards of that particular website, payment provider, or in this case Bitcoin wallet. With desktop wallets, there are also options to secure your desktop wallet with a password. You want to have that option as well to make it harder for hackers to access your desktop wallet as well. Anonymity is very important. So most people use the Bitcoin because it is anonymous. So if you have large amount of funds that you don't want to have been seen or anything like that, you want to have it because of that stored in Bitcoin. You don't want to have the online wallet provider give your data out to a third-party authority upon request. There are Bitcoin wallet providers, online Bitcoin wallet providers out there. they do not treat your data as confidential as they are supposed to do. So it's really important to also have that in the back of the mind. If you look into an online wallet, how do they treat your data? Do they give out the data on request of financial authorities or governments or anything like that? So this is a very important point to look at. Additional functions are very important if you want to have an all-in-one solution. Does the wallet have a credit debit card? Does the wallet have an exchanger? So that is something that you might want to have a look at if you want to have a simple access to to your funds. Obviously, that's not the most important option. It depends on what you want to do in the end of the day with that wallet. If you only want to store, or if you want to pay goods and services with it provider without having to shift your Bitcoin from A to B. And also if you want to use your wallet as an exchanger, meaning buying and selling Bitcoin at the same time. But that's basically comes down to personal preference in the end of the day. Okay, last but not least, I want to introduce you to a couple of wallet provider that I find are very much worth taking into consideration. Obviously, there are heaps of heaps of wallet provider out there in the marketplace. So I can't talk about each and every provider. I'm only tapping into those that I think are very much worth considering, that are very much recommended also by other Bitcoin users as well. So you have a little, a little box, let's say, a little toolbox of wallet providers that you can check out and see what works and for you and what suits you best. Okay, when it comes to online wallets, we have two wallet providers in particular. The first one is Bitwala. Bitwala is an online all-in-one solution, so it does have a little credit card, and I do believe you can also buy Bitcoin with Bitwala. Bitwala is very much worth considering because you get your private key, which is, as I said, very important because that's in the end of the day your backup options, your pin and ton to your Bitcoin wallet. Once you sign up with Bitwala, they straight away send you the private key. You don't have to ask for it, and then you can store it safely on your desktop, on your write it down, print it out, whatever you have to do with it. The next online wallet that is worth recommending is BitGo. BitGo is not an all-in-one solution. BitGo is a storage only, so it has only the wallet function. But again, it does give you also the private key. So if you don't want to have an all-in-one solution and only are looking into a storage solution, then BitGo is very much worth considering. Then offline wallets. When it comes to offline wallets, we have three very popular wallets to recommend. The one is Ledger, the third one is Trezor, and KeepKey is the third one. Ledger is a little device. It's like a USB stick, has a little screen. It's very price effective, so it's not very expensive. Trezor is similar to Ledger. It's a little bit more expensive, but not very much. KeepKey is a little bit bigger, has a little bit of a bigger screen as well. It's a little bit more expensive. All of them do give you the private key. All of them do the work really, really well. So they store your offline wallets. They're really easy to use. You have like your software on your PC installed, so really easy to work with all three of those. Then we have desktop wallets. Desktop wallets are two that are recommended, which is Jux and Electrum. Both again give you hand you out the private key. I found Jux is a little bit easier to use. The surface is a little bit friendlier. Electrum does the same job, but I found it a little bit not as friendly to use. I didn't use Electrum as of that reason. Jux is a really nice to use desktop wallet. Then Paper Wallet. As I said, I didn't use Paper Wallet for myself at this particular stage. It is very hard to explain how a Paper Wallet works in this very short video. It would make the video too long and too boring. If you wanted to find out how a Paper Wallet works, I'd recommend you to look into YouTube. There's a lot of videos explaining how paper wallets do work. You can get a paper wallet on bitaddress.org, and they also have like a couple of explanations and stuff, and give you an idea how to work that option. As I said before, paper wallets are the safest option, but it's also very complicated to use. That's why I didn't use it as of yet, because yeah, I prefer having hardware wallets where I can just pop it into my laptop, do whatever I have to do, take it out, and then store it away, rather than having to work with all the public keys, private keys, and that sort of thing. All-in-one solutions. Bitwala is an all-in-one solution that I recommend. There's another two other all-in-one solutions, one that I'm not using that much anymore, that I used to recommend in the past, and one that is only user-friendly when you are in Australia. So this is particular for my Australian YouTube visitor and channel watchers. So the first that I used to recommend highly is Xapo. When it comes to Xapo, I don't used to recommend it that highly anymore, because the anonymity is not as high as it should be. So Xapo got to know that it hands out data upon request. That's not what we want. So it's good to use as an everyday wallet still. So it has a little credit card, it has an exchanger. It's very effective when it stores with Bitcoin. But if you want to shift a little bit higher amounts of Bitcoin through Xapo, I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend doing that over Bitwala or another wallet provider that is a little bit more anonymous with your data. The second all-in-one solution is CoinJar. CoinJar, as I said, is for Australia only. It has a little FBOSS card that you can use when you go to Coles, to Woolworths, to Target, Kmart, and all that sort of thing. So it's really easy to use within Australia. I'm not too sure what the anonymity is like, so I wouldn't use it for a larger amount of Bitcoin either. And they do not give you the private key straight away. The same applies to Xapo as well. As I said, great for everyday wallets, great to do your little bits and pieces here and there, but maybe not as great if you wanted to store larger amount of Bitcoins, or send larger amount of Bitcoins, or invest larger amounts. So yeah, all right. Another thing that I've learned, it's the same when we want to invest. It's always good to spread out your funds. The same applies also when storing your funds. So try to store a couple of Bitcoin on an online wallet, a couple of Bitcoins on a desktop wallet, have a couple of more devices when it comes to cold storage. So if you lose a device, it's not that much damage happening. That way you have your funds like pretty much everywhere. It's like with your fiat currency. Some people have like multiple bank accounts. Some people have a little bit of cash lying around here. So when they go, the bank account is empty, they have like a little bit of cash on the side. The same applies to Bitcoin, really. So try to spread out your Bitcoin. So if you lose a couple of Bitcoin here and there, you have always a backup option, and always make sure you have your private key handy, or if you make your choice that the online wallet or every sort of wallet gives you your private key. All right, this was it for this second video. I hope I could create a little bit of value for you when it comes to storing your Bitcoin, when it comes to making an appropriate choice for your Bitcoin wallet. If you want to get started with cryptocurrency trading, and also cryptocurrency investing, I'd highly recommend you to jump into our Cryptonaire team. Our Cryptonaire team is one of the most successful teams in the world when it comes to cryptocurrency trading, cryptocurrency investing. I will pop you a link underneath of this video that gives you the direct link onto our Cryptonaire team. Cryptonaire is linked to Crypt Trade Capital, which is a fantastic opportunity to invest your Bitcoin or any sort of cryptocurrency that you have, really. And it does give you 7% return paid out on the 15th and the 30th of each month. If you wanted to refer people, if you've seen, for example, my first video training series when it comes to online investing, referring people give you an additional income on top of what you invest, then our Cryptonaire team offers you an online marketing system which is worth thousands of dollars free for every single partner. So I will pop you the link of the Cryptonaire team underneath of the video. I will pop you the link from of the Crypt Trade Capital as well if you don't want to go through the Cryptonaire team. And then get in touch with me, or I will get in touch with you to help you get started. If you have any further questions, any concerns, feel free to leave me a comment, to give me a message on Facebook, send me a friendship request. If you like that video, please make sure to leave me a thumb up, leave me a comment to support my channel, and then I'll see you in the next video, in which I will discuss Bitcoin exchanger. So I basically will talk about how you can buy and sell your Bitcoin. Until then, I wish you happy investing. Bye bye.